Y'all know what time it is? Back with another one. I know y'all miss me, man. It ain't nothing on YouTube really like that. I mean, it's a couple of guys keeping it cracking, but I mean, I see a couple of people trying to do trying to do the pedigrees too. I mean, everybody learned a little something. Some of them probably learning something from me, but y'all know who break down these pedigrees, you know, like they know what they doing. And we gonna talk about one of the greatest. And we still in the classic dolls, but we getting a little farther up now. You know. Oh, Tudor's Blackjack. One of the greatest. In a lot of dogs' pedigrees. We getting straight to the point, you know what I mean? Pretty top notch dog. You know. Grand Champ Tudor's Blackjack. I think he might was a bulldog. And this is for entertainment and education uses only. Some of this stuff may be true, may not be true. We're just talking about the history. It's the Pitbull History Channel. And it was owned by Earl Tudor. Black and brindle. It's been seen close to about 200,000 times. So even though it's a classic dog, a lot of people know about it. Know about the dog, and it's still running it up. And Earl Tudor always named Blackjack as the finest dog he had ever seen. He always won. He was open to whatever was available. You bring it, you got it, we can do it. We can see who the best at any weight. So he didn't even care about the weight. His matches are well substantiated, and everyone who I ever knew who saw him proclaimed him the best. I mean, I read that so everybody can understand this dog was a bulldog. He just said he didn't care who wanted it, what the weight was. This is the baddest. And per this information, he wasn't talking. Just talking. He was showing and telling. All right. So yeah. Now, if y'all been looking at my videos, all them dogs I done been going over is in Blackjack. Now, I don't know how much I'm gonna go through, cause I mean, I try to keep them short and sweet. I already got my subs up, so I'm past 1,000. So I really need to make longer videos. So I guess I'm gonna be coming with y'all. I don't know. I mean, I be busy. I be trying to make it happen, but we'll see. The more support I get, and the more YouTube don't keep it from running up the numbers and show it to people, maybe I get more, excited to do it. But anyway, it don't matter. Like I said, I'm only doing it for the real ones. So, Black Tigga, that's another Tigga. They like that name, Tigga. That's the sire. And Blackwell Molly W was the dame. You never hear about them two dogs too much. I mean, but that's the two dogs that made this killer, basically, right here is what he was. I mean, this man talking big about was talking big about this dog. He looked serious too. Look at him. He looked like he pretty serious about what he holding there. Bulldog. So we'll see Black Tigga to see if it's anything. Not really. 20,000 times view. You see that? Nobody ain't even caring about her. But, I mean, him. That's the daddy. But he made Blackjack. And just do a little glance of him. You see White's Teddy, Kobe's Patsy, and Kobe's Tigga. You see that's where he got that same name from for him. So he named him after that Kobe dog right there, which I done over. Kobe Red Nail. Henry's Black Brandy, and all those unknown imported Roger, most likely a Staffordshire Terrier, Amstaff type cross. You got Kobe Pinter. I done a video on him. Kobe's nets, Bennett's. And then we got, Henry Blue Mary. Now look at that Blue Mary. Henry's Blue Mary. He blue, most likely because they call him blue. But y'all remember blues ain't pit bulls, and then the unknown. So exactly, some type of Amstaff, Staffordshire Terrier that's got some blue in him. That's what's coming through to make, Tudor's dog. That's the daddy. So, and then you got a blue mage right there or whatever. Henry Blue, So you got Blue Mary. So Henry had the blue dogs, evidently. Let's just see. Yeah, it's unknown, so hey. Then you had Black Demon. But you see, there's 2 blue dogs right there. See what I'm saying? You got Sitting Bull, unknown. See, all that stuff coming from unknown. But that's the daddy. We're going to keep it short and sweet for Blackjack. Now, this is the real Blackjack. Everybody know about the other Blackjack, but Tudor's Blackjack is the first Blackjack, in the record books and stuff. And I know people want to get in here and want to say, this stuff may not be bred like that and all that. Like I said, make your rumor channel. And, a lot of people will probably like it. I'm just going off the information we got here. Okay? But yeah, that's Tigga, whatever. And the black Tigga, that was the daddy. All right, the sire. So we at 6 minutes. Now we're going to do Blackwell Molly W. Now, one thing about Tudor I'll say, too, Tudor had Dibo, too. Tudor had a lot of famous dogs, but, we'll get into Dibo when we get into them. But one thing I heard about, and even it was said on and the reason I'm bringing it up, because you don't know where he got this one from, dude. It was said by Brujo out himself, and Garner said it, too, because he know about it. Tudor has stole Dibo from a black man. You know what I'm saying? So, now, would he had been the Tudor that made all these rounds, anybody pedigree, if the white man wouldn't have stolen from the black man? Hey, who knows? I mean, it was meant to happen. It is what it is. I mean, that ain't the first story. We can go stories for days on that, but, that's just the way a lot of it happened. That's why I always tell you, the people that really deserve the credit for the dogs normally don't get the credit for the dogs. It'd be the people who made them popular. And that's what Tudor did, just like Kobe and just like other people. They made the dogs popular. They had their hand in what they done. But now, don't get it twisted. That black man had the dog first, and Tudor saw him from that black man, and he stole him. So it ain't nothing good should have come from him, all that, later on down the line from stealing stuff from people. But we don't know the whole story and what happened, but we all know stuff gets stolen from people all the time, and lesser people that can't protect it, or lesser people that can't, So my point of saying that is, we don't know where Tudor got this dog from either. That's my point. He could have stole this one from a black man too. But hey, yes, that's history. That's the part of that's why you have a Bulldog History channel, because some people don't know this stuff, and you're gonna get out here and talk about it. Now, the race thing ain't even got to be brought up to me for the fact that I don't even believe race exists. I done told you it's a programming, but that's the way we got to talk so people can understand everything. So that's why I talk black, white, and all that. Ain't nobody black, ain't nobody white. You look at it, the color white and the color black, and put it beside your arm and stuff, you ain't gonna look like that. You know what I'm saying? It's, and I done told you one time before, but a black man come from a white man come from a black man. You know what I'm saying? They all the same. They just lost the melanin. Look up melanin and look up the Caucasus Mountains and how, all that stuff happened. And you know what I mean? So, I don't even really like to talk about race, but it has to be brought up because, hey, it's life and it's history, and that's how you can understand stuff. But that's basically what I'm saying. Like, you never know if Tudor got him from another black man too, or Indian, or who knows, somebody. So anyway, but he gonna get the credit because that's what we got, and that's what we're gonna talk about. But I just want to throw that part in there. I hate to ramble, but it's history. So anyway, Blackwell Molly W. Let's see what she talking about. That's the dang. I'll do Dibo pedigree too one day, but we on this now. So Swinford King Patty, Billy's Burke, Daily Hance Patty, I done a video on her. Swineford's Judges, Swineford's King Patty, Swineford Angry Aggie. So Swineford had a lot to do with that female. You can see right there, 3/4 of it. And then Daily Hance Patty, you know, which I done a video on that dog. That's the stuff that made Blackwell's Molly W. We don't know what the W stand for, but, you know. And then, like you can see, Unknown, you know. And then you see Crazy Kate and Imported Richmond. I done a video on that. Fighting Mag Henry. Jake White's Teddy. You know, Dr. Prospect Sport and Thornton Brooks, Daily Hats Peggy, Con Finley's Lame Jesse. You know, those are the dogs that came down from that. So those are the dogs that pretty much made. I'm at 11 minutes, so we're going to wrap it up. And I spent a minute ranting about some other stuff, but it's all good. Y'all can fast forward it or, you know, click on the subtitles. It's all good. Like I said, it's the History Channel, and I got to run up the minutes anyway so I can get my other time, you know, so I can hit all the quotas for YouTube. You know, it's a forever moving goalpost. All my other long videos I had, once they get a year old, they don't count. So, but I set it up how I want it to, because now I can just sit and make the videos, and it's a History Channel. And if y'all wondering why I ain't showing my pictures and all that videos and all that stuff, that's just a plus to this channel. I you know, this ain't the Williams channel, this the History Channel. I just showing y'all my dogs so y'all can see I'm talking about history I'm feeding too. You can trace my pedigrees back and you'll see these dogs, and you'll see my dogs in these dogs. So that's just how that's rolling. But yeah, pretty much that's the pedigree. And that's who's making them. And we can click a couple of names probably, and just to, you know, just to put some more dog names to it. But yeah, I just want to break down so y'all can see. I told y'all that the magic happens right here. So you got 25% of Blue Mike, 25% of Lady Lee, 25% of Swineford's King Patty, and Billy Burke, 25%. So that's the magic. So we'll see Blue Mike, bunch of unknown stuff coming down from Henry's, Black Brandy, Black Demon. There's a new Blue Mage and Leggy or whatever, and Henry Imported Roger, Henry Blue Mary. So you got a lot of blue coming down right there off Blue Mike. Just blue right there, and it's Blue, you know, Mage or whatever. So off in Witcher Mike and Miss Blue. There's Miss Blue right there too. So there's obviously some blue coming in here for y'all. Blues ain't pit bulls. This is just more proof. You know. There's more proof. Show and tell. It's the show and tell channel. Alright, so let's just click Black Demon, see if we see anything. And we see it goes back to Daily Hats Monkey. And Burrison's nigger. So they was calling them black people monkey and nigger back then. You see what I'm saying? Now, another thing about the monkey thing is, and we'll click this too, but the whole science it says that we all come from monkeys. So just the mere fact that y'all try to just because somebody say a monkey thing, that's racist. Well, they teach evolution from monkeys in school. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. You know, they had a whole big thing about Trump about that in the monkey thing. You see, now he was, of course, wrong for doing it. He shouldn't have done it just because he knows that how simple-minded people are going to make it. But they had Joe Biden as a monkey too, and nobody said nothing about it. And you know, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all about the program. And they got to keep y'all programmed and keep y'all going off stuff that don't matter. You know what I mean? Nigger too, like white people call each other nigger sometimes now and stuff, like in the music and stuff like that. They won't say it in people's faces much, but I mean, they behind the scenes, I know white people that'll say it, you know, and you know, they riding around listening to music, and I mean, it's all a game, like I said. But that's, you know, let's just click monkey, see if they got anything about them. Not really. But it come off Crazy Kate, and it come down off Lloyd's Pilot. You see it's a heavy Lloyd's Pilot and Lloyd's Patty. I think I done the video on one of them or so. But you see why when I done them old videos, how it's coming back? It's coming back to each other. You'll understand it if you've been watching my stuff. And it's only for the few. Everybody ain't gonna catch on. But yeah, that's that quarter of that's what Blue Mike got pumping through him. So we at 15 minutes. Let's do Lady Lee. And see that coming from Sitting Bull. That's the other 25%. Hinky Dink. Coming off Nemo. Judy, the Kobe's picture I done. You know that. Kobe's link. So that's coming down from some Kobe stuff. Jake White's Teddy. And Tigga. And Racing Sam. And Kobe's Patty. And Kobe's Jenny. 1890s. See? Let's see, Jake White's Teddy. Did I ever do that? I think I did click him on some of them other videos. But see, that's going back to that Lord's Pilot stuff again, too. You see how these dogs keep being inbred? The people is inbreeding them like that and breeding the line, breeding them. The stuff that's going back to the same dogs. But, alright. So that's the 50% that made Black Tigga, the daddy part. And you see why he named him Tigga, because it's got some Kobe's Tigga back there and everything. So that's what he knew. He knew the pedigree. Y'all remember peds don't matter. I mean, pedigrees don't matter and all that. You remember all these people say that? But these people naming these dogs after some of these dogs back in the pedigrees. You see, that's why they named the dogs the same. And then Blackwell's Molly W. Swineford's King Patty. We at the last 50%. So we're going to go 75% now. And we got Swingford's King Patty. And then we got a little bit more lights and Delahet's Patty right there. That's why they call him King Patty. See, they're using the same name. Papers don't matter, though. Alright, Con Finley's Jesse. Delahet's Crazy Kate. Grand Champ Henry's Imported Richmond. I think I done something on him. Done video on him already. And you see Jake White's Teddy again. Cole Finley's Delahet's Thornton's. Dr. Prospect Sport. See? And then Cole Finley's old Jesse again. Marshall's Irondale Bitch. Thornton's Pig. White Demon. Delahat's Peggy. So, let's just hit this one just to see what that say. Then we got Morris Brindle. McCall's Red Bitch. And then the unknowns. See what I'm saying? So you don't know what's in them dogs. So when you start going back to these unknowns, you never know. But King Patty said he had a brindle and white blaze chest feet. You know, brindle and white. But that's the way King Patty. That's the 75%, and we at 17 minutes, so we're going to do Billy Burke. Because, I mean, this dog is a super dog and is in a lot of pedigrees. And, you know, it need to be broke down. And then if y'all been watching the videos, y'all already know some of these dogs because I done went over the videos and see how it's tying together. And y'all will see as we go how all these dogs tying in together and how these people breeding these dogs. So, Billy Burke's. All right. So, we got Swineford's King Patty for Billy Burke. And then we got Swinesford's Angry Aggie. Delahet's Petty. So you can see Delahet's Petty has got a lot to do with this dog. Crazy Kate, Imported Richmond too. Fighting Mag. Jake's White Teddy. You see these same dogs, how they inbreeding it? So yeah. That's what made Blackjack. Alright. So when you know pedigrees and you just glance at, you see, okay, that's the top. And that top arguably got a lot of blue stuff. We just went through it. Now the bottom they inbred off that Swingford's King Patty. You see? Right there. That's the granddaddy on the second generation. That's the mama's daddy. Okay. And then right here, Burke come off from Swineford's King Patty too. See? So King Patty is inbred heavily on this bottom side. That's what they wanted to put in this dog. A lot of the King Patty, which is the Jake White's Teddy and the Imported Richmond and the Delahet's Crazy Kate and the Patty. See? So that's what made Blackjack. Alright. Sorry for the ramble, but hey, I gotta run up the time anyway. I appreciate it if y'all stuck this far. More videos to come. Y'all listening to the best that can break them down to make you understand it. These pedigrees. And if you got somebody that can do one better, put it in the comments. We can talk about it and see who really talking or who really just hating or what. And if y'all know some stuff about these dogs too, y'all can put it in the comments. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you free, to put whatever you want to in there. You haters, y'all can type in there too. Just keep in mind, you got something to say, you can say it. I got something to say, I can say it. And we go on about their business. But yeah. Grand Champ Tudor's Blackjack. Serious dog. More videos coming soon. Peace. Oh yeah, and we still traveling too. We still traveling on 4K. See y'all soon.